Friends, if you find a robot in the backyard of your home one day, which will change your life, appreciate. Will keep it with you or give it to the government. The story begins to be an unemployed man, but he is a rich girl, therefore, she does not have much far away, and this is the reason why she just started playing VR after sleeping. Tabi wa Ami Ati is the one who has its wife and tells him that behind the house Ek is moving strange thing. Do you check yak her once? But Khan does not pay attention to his point and again to see the TV, but Amy gets angry and he turns out to go out and go out again. If you have seen it and have seen an old Kism's robot, which was active. I Khan us many questions like what's his name is what he is doing here, he only gives him the name and besides his button seems to be repeated. Then Khan Yus takes its mechanic friend to her bike knee, but she tells that it is a quite old model, it cannot even recycle it. Now she has opened her top. Then auto beat system branding appears which made android robot in a Saul. Kenny was not the most tang. That's why he leaves him and Jate time hangs him and see in his eyes as he wants to say something to him. But it goes from Kane and Ha, but after some fear we see that the leg was going on behind him. Only then he stops. One of the people in which he had a sister asked him if you went to your interview, then he says if not. Then he taught him, how long will you keep going on the money of your rich wife, when you will do it yourself? After that when it comes home, she tries to talk to her wife but she is quite angry. Reti is that he has left one and the reason for which he forgot Batata High. Now heard Amy, who is very big, how can any person be so careless, so come out and try it again. During this time, Tong also saw the same house. In this house, both of them are being born now, in which Kane speaks very things that Amy's heart breaks and Amy dropped his grandfather's clock in anger. Anger is found but can understand that he was very wrong, but he has been outside but he has been hanging here, but he was doing all these things lighter, but during this time he has come to know that his body is probably getting a lot. So it seems to be cleaning him from your towel. Then the auto beat system logo appears on AB. Khan checks on the phone to collect everything in its large, but it has come to know that this company is running a new offer. Giving the robot. Now Khan is very happy and immediately to know that the company goes to Life H. Now there is a lot of battle of her and Tank in the plane. Just as all their PR disturbing, but when it is the outer beat company, if there are access to the gate, then there is a sign of Dikta on the gate, so that they become depressed and therefore they go to the hotel where the Tank has fun to keep a lot of fun at the first time, but it is to keep coffee their eye as a cast. Then he has seen in the dream that his dad is being operated, but all he is asking about how he saved his father. Then his eyes have opened a cast because the tongs broke the coffee and know one thing from all these things. There is also a soft harder man like Can. They go to the company again, but they go there and say that this is not their model, so they cannot trade it. Now Khan gets very disturbed because they are very far away. The legs seem to be roaming at the recent which they see some high-tech robots, seeing the use of the past key some memories or AT in which some robots are killing a lot of humans, but whether it is really past or it is a future. Then we will know further. Then there is a guide to the name of the name that the school K was telling the children in the book of the robot there. Seeing the Tank, all the children go to him, so that he gets nervous and Kane seems to be voice if there is and it seems to be about it. Then there is a Tank and Khan Ko take it to the icon Sensei USKEBIGs to ask him in the Asal's engineer, but I because of not being in the guide of the guide I have to do it. After that it is to open the back of Tang where it looks a flood box which was cracked and that leakage was getting it. Now she cures her like Jagadu. He wants us to recover it quickly, or else it will make the band. During this, it performs that there is something inside the tank because it is Yana's curiosity because it is Titli say game Rada and no common. Now he does not say Khan to Khan that he had made it very low, but he had a lot of brain, he made a robot from trail, so it will be better that you will be able to recover it as soon as possible. Find out what I can help you. I can help you. I am a friend of Uli, which is in Shanghai's largest robotic museum. It is power to help you in this. I am now. Khan Ko tells him to life, but MN did not do MN from inside because he could travel to another place, so he goes to a Miley for a little fear, so where he went to the Wo Oleg because he has so many people had seen the first time Khan Ne had decided here, so they look at the tank and leave it, but the legs seem to be late. I in a coffee for him, and it seems to be a coffee and asks him if he stopped him. Cup offers and seeing it becomes very emotional and it seems to be drinking and but that cup was empty because the tank came so fast that the sorry coffee had fallen and she becomes very happy and she starts roaming and on seeing this, both of them feel laughing and we see that two people come to Sin who were asking the photo of the tank and asked in their bio. Where are the fire club going to be fired on the fire club where Khan or Tang Shanghai Pets seeing the tank again remembers the same past but this time he has also seen the EK person who locked the gate Deucer Don Dono Uli KPSPA Hutch Jade H whom he had already told everything, so he looking at the hanging of the hang, Woe is quite a friendly nature, because it is a good friendship of her and can be a good friend. On the other side, see the second or Hamami who was talking to Ken's sister. He tells him that I understand him. I tried a lot but he never listens to me and that's why I had to take this decision here that he also says that I have to tell me a lot from Dino but I do not tell the tank I see a toy. Gives behind that it seems to escape and disappears from a chink and when they do not get around the tank, then they go ahead to find him, then the band kept in the one of the bands, some people were taking it. But only then the Uli throws his ID in that I am the GPS, so that he could locate him. Now he starts following him. Here Ami seems to be rown by remembering this day when he first saw Ken on him. Wine cap was thrown that Khan said to cart time back everything will be fine after Ami Khan ko calls but PH lifts PH Uli and she feels ki Khan K affair chow ra H so she tells her now I decided that I will not stay with you now and if you sign diver paper PR, now Khan does not understand anything here. By then he cuts the phone so that he had reached a place where the tank came to bring two kidnappers here, Kane thinks to save the tank first. Now that the tank is going to do Ko-Riha that only then everyone has a doctor who came to the tank as soon as they came. And everyone tells that it's Chip Dr. Baba has created a robotic engineer in Asal, after which he is taking him with Jane Lagdi but Kays wants to save Kays, so he deliberately announced him. He seems to leave the steam and by taking advantage of this, he seems to be one by one and then it seems to escape from there because Yulka said that they would have to find Dr. Baba or else this robot will have to be more calm will not be able to notice that the tank is the tank who was liquid, so it was not much active hope. During this time she had a person who had a Dr. Baba in Asal who has taken the tank talk to thank you or Khan Ko Bolt H. Hurry to me with him. A J so that he can recover it now. Both Ulia and the tank are very happy and immediately read them to meet them now. After reaching those people first roamed on that island because they knew that after today they will never be able to get it again. Now the tank will have to stay near me. Now sit in a place and talk to the tank in MN. And he tells him that I am a healthy man, I have never taken care of anything or any person or also tells him that after all his dad Kya Wei because that day he did not take the hospital on time and if he was not late on that day. His dad was alive today but Tang says that remembering him, there is no use to spoil his mood. Tang tries to fix his mood in front of him and the song is also gotta. After that, both of them are reaching Baba's house where they put the tank new liquid fuel but it was silent in the middle of Ken. It was AL like it was afraid of something but Dr. Baba says that maybe it has lost its memory. Do not miss who you give me it. I will fix it. Then he seems to Jane from there by giving them but Tang is leaving his legs but he still goes away with Dr. Baba, where Dr. Baba returns to his sorry memory. Kane gets the doctor's auto who asked him in the tank. But he was in a little more quickly like it was a few burra that has happened to the Wokan Ko that I used to first with Dr. Baba. One day from the army many big projects found in which we were making some robots in the Oran we were practicing a day. But suddenly we looked at some emotions built inside a robot and seeing which I told Dr. Baba that we should make this project BND but he did not believe and then whose fear was that one by one robot killed Nay's staff and by taking the advantage of this, Baba took Tang Chura and then gave him a whole lab to a Hadza de Asal he was a conspiracy which he had deliberately knowing that Khan knows that why he was going to walk in Asal, why he was walking back to his house, but he was not visible to Ki, because he was not visible to his life. Dr. Baba also reached the basement where the Dr. Baba locked all the notes of the house, due to which the Dr. Keto also goes out. Now the doctor attacks Baba Kane so that he was a little injured. After this, it grows Tant TRF but this time B can do it with Rock Late. Then the doctor on the Dr. Baba, with the help of a robot, then the Khan falls away and then it seems to get this chunk of the tank. But here the stock looks to go to Dr. Baba and fight now took the advantage of this. Khan robots control lay down and then attack the Dr. Baba and throws him away from it, but here Khan noticed as the leg of Hilni because she was a liquid fuel fat inside it now she changes the chip foreign, but if there was nothing to do, then the doctor has a person who tells him what wire where is it to be added, after which he is in the senses, but now he has not missed because his Puri memory has lost everything, so he has forgotten everything he has forgotten. So he tries to remember anything but during the same time Tank the Day remembers when he had escaped out here. Then Wa looks a truck on which Tang rode it and that he gave himself Tang Da wandered after him. And after that what happened to us all we all know after a short time, Tang can be cooked to Kane, that is, his memories started coming back and seeing everything he remembers him, after which the police also have a cast who conducts Baba. The second and we see Ami from all their own Samana was packing but only then Jade H, which he plays a sorry memory, which was somewhere in which it was that he would first apologize after the house and then his given Kamo after hearing and at the end, whenever a good looks, Emmy Roan seems to hear that she says that she was a mother and it was sure that Konek will become a good Pita now that people also adopt the tank and then happiness is along with it, along with this story, it is a cast. How can you get a robot in the backyard of your home which will be able to change your life completely in the backyard of your home? If you give it to you or give it to the government then the story begins. Ken is an unemployed man but she married a rich girl, so she does not have much far away and this is the reason that she is just after wearing VR after sleeping. Start playing Tabi wa Ami Ati, which is its wife and tells him that the EK is roaming the strange thing behind the house. Do you check Yakur once but Khan does not pay attention to his point and again to watch TV but Amy gets angry and he makes the band and then he asked him to go out again and asked if he had seen a old Kism's robot, which was active I Khan us many questions. As it is what his name is doing here, he just gives him the same answer that his name is hanging and apart from his bot and seems to repeat. Khan takes it to his mechanic friend but he tells him for Bikini but he tells him there is a quite old model. It cannot be recycled but now it has opened it, then it appears to be an android robot in the Asal which made android robot in Asal, so that he had left the same but he knocked him. Jate time hangs him and see in its eyes, like it wants to say something to him, but goes away from Kane and Ha but after some fear we see that the leg was going on behind him. He stops in which he had his sister asked him if you went to your interview, he says that if he did not, he kills him. How long will you stay palt on the money of his rich wife? Now, after that when he comes home, he tries to talk to his wife but he has Reti a lot of angry that he has left one and the reason why he forgot Batata High, now heard Amy. After all, how can any person be so careless, so come out and understand it again. I also try to see Tong in the same house. Now the two are fighting in which that can be done in a very good thing. The heart of Amy breaks and Amy dropped his grandfather's clock in anger, so that Kane gets anger, but here, Khan understands that he had said that he was very wrong but he has been out there but he was hanged here. It is known that all these things were lion, but during this time, he has come to know that if he is getting a lot of a bit of his body then he starts to clean him from his towel. Then the auto beat system logo appears on the phone to collect everything in his big. It is where he has come to know that this is a new offer in the company where it is giving a new robot instead of its old model. Now Khan is very happy and immediately that the company goes out of life. Now in the plane and a lot of tank battle B is JISSE all there are PR disturb, but when they are reaching the gate of the output company, there is a sign of today's closure on the gate. By which they become depressed and therefore they go to the hotel. But the tank is quite fun. Hai Khan first came to a hotel where he has to keep the coffee but in the meantime his eyes have been seen in the dream, then he is going to be the operation of his dad but all of them are asking about his father. Only then his eyes have opened because the leg broke the coffee but one thing is known that a soft har man is also a soft har man. They go to the company again, but they are not their model. He cannot trade it now. Khan gets worried because he has come from very far now. The legs seem to be roaming in the recent which he looks at some high-tech robots here. Seeing some memories in which some memories are AATI, some robots are killing a lot of humans, but is this really past or then there is a future? Then we will know further. Then there is a guide to the name that the school was telling the children in the book. Seeing all the children go to him, so that he gets nervous and Kane seems to be a voice. Khan goes to and it seems to him, but only there is no and tank and Khan ko take it to my office. I Khan Sin say if the USKE starts asking in Big, the Sin tells him that he is engineered in a sol but because of not being in the case, he is also late in the guide. It was happening and the leakage was getting this from now that he fixes him in a Jagadu way, but he warns that you will be able to recover it quickly or else it will make the band in this period during the tank. Something inside the tank. Yana's curiosity is because he does not do that Titli say game Rada and no such a common robot. Now he says to Khan that he had made it to be very low but he had a lot of brains. He made a robot from trail. The person who can fail to any person will be better. So it would be better that you will be able to fix it as soon as possible. I can help you. I can help you. I am a friend of Uli, which is in Shanghai's largest robotic museum. It is powerful helping you in this. I am Khan Ko tells him to no life but did not mn from Khan because he has no money now that he could travel to another place, so he started nearby for Sakni. Where to go to Amiley? Wo or legs enjoy a lot because he had seen so many people first and now Khan Ne decided here, so he looked at the tank and leave him but a coffee for him. Cup starts to run away and it seems to be a voice, then the can stop him and asks him what happened to him. He offers a coffee cup and seeing it becomes very emotional and he was empty because the tank came so fast. Sorry, coffee had fallen and he becomes very happy to become a flower. He starts to hang and see him and seeing it both. And we see that two people come near Sin, who were asking the tank and asked him. Khan or Tang Shanghai Pahuch goes on where the fire club was going to see the fire, see the same past again, but this time she has also seen the EK person who has locked the gate Deucer Din Dono Uli KPSPA Hutch Jade H whom the Shing had already told everything, so they look at the leg and put it from the throat. Wo is quite a friend of nature, because it is very good friendship of her and Can on the other hand. Seeing the Hamami, who is talking to Ken's sister and his own child, he tells him that I understand him very much but he never listened to me and that's why I had to take this decision here. He also says that the thing is very to tell from Dino but I do not tell the tank that the tank appears to be a toy and behind that it seems to escape and a Chank disappears from there and when both the tanks are not able to find him. If you get the band kept in the one of the stars, they were taking a band in which the band was taking it. But only then the Uli fills your ID in that I am that GPS could help him to locate it now. It seems to be Ron by remembering this day when he first saw Ken, he had thrown a wine cap over him. Khan told Time that everything will be fine after Ami Khan Ko calls Uli lifts and she feels Ki Khan K a fair chow ra h. She tells him that now I decided that I will not be with you now and if you sign Diver Paper Pro. Now Khan does not understand anything here. Ata Hai cuts the phone by which he becomes sad, so that people had reached a place where the tank came to save the tank here, now he is going to do the tank ko riha. Only then did they get in front of them. All the people of Dr. Kitu were also present with him. They open the tank and tell everyone that its chip Dr. Baba has created a robotic engineer in Asal, after which he is taking him with Jane Lagti but Kays also wants to save the can tank, so he deliberately announces him. Due to which he starts leaving steam and taking advantage of this, he seems to be one by one and then it starts to escape from the tank. Yuli Ka had to say that they would have to find Dr. Baba, or else this robot will not be able to do calm for a long time. Only then Khan noticed that the tank Ka which was liquid is ending, so he is not active. Ho Pa was the one who has come to him, who had a Dr. Baba in Asal, who speaks to him for the tank, talk to him. Khan Ko bolt HS quickly to me with a J, now it can fix it. After listening to Ulia and the tank are very happy and immediately read out to meet them. Now after reaching there, they first roam around that island because they knew that after today they will never be able to get again. I have to stay near myself. Now sit in one place and talk to the tank in MN. L. Ta H and he tells him that I am a healthy person. I have never taken care of anything or any person. After all his dad's death K's way, because he could not take him a hospital on time and if he did not lie that day, His dad was alive today, but Tang says that there is no use to spoil my own mood. Tang tries to fix his mood in front of him and songs in front of him. There is also Gata, which makes him a little good. After that, both of them are reaching Baba's house where they put the tank new liquid fuel, but it goes silent in the middle of Ken. Ling was afraid of something like she was afraid, but Dr. Baba says that maybe it has lost its memory, so I do not remember it. I will give it to me. I will give him Jane from there. But Tang is holding his legs, but he is again. Even the doctor goes to Baba and goes out, of which Dr. Baba returns to his sorry memory, while the other in the other way can get the doctor's auto, which asks him in the tank, but here it was in a very quick way. Burra has happened to Wokan Ko that I used to first with Dr. Baba. One day we met a lot of big projects from the army, in which we were making some robots in Orion. We were practicing a day, but suddenly inside a robot we looked at some emotions building and seeing, which I told Dr. Baba that we should be ND this project, but he does not believe, and then whose fear was that all the robots killed Nay staff and take advantage of this. By taking advantage of this, Tang chipped Churali, and then he gave him the whole lab to water and said to all that he was a conspiracy in assault on a Hadsada, which he deliberately heard Khan knowing that in the assault to walk from there. Why was he going back to his house immediately? But there was not visible to her tank key because she went to save her life and was chup in basement where Dr. Baba also reaches, whose bod Dr. Baba locked all the doors of Baba's house, due to which the Dr. Keto also goes out. Now the doctor attacked Baba Kane, so that he becomes a little injured. After that he grows Tang TRF, but this time B can have him rock late. With the help of robots, they would by that Khan falls away, and then it seems to be a tank of the tank, but the hanging sensations here seem to go to Baba, and Fight now took the advantage of the Khan robot pay control late IH and then attacked the doctor by attacking Baba and throws him away, so that he becomes unconscious. But Khan notice here is that the legs he was in the liquid fuel fat, now he changed the chip foreign. Still, if there is nothing to do, then the doctor has to be told to the doctor, who tells him where he has to be added to him, after which he has a sensation, but now he does not remember anything because his Puri memory has lost as much as he has. Everything was spent, so he tries that he could remember anything, but during this time the tank remembers the day when he had left it out, and then while it looks like Tang and the name of him himself Tang gave to later wandering to the house of Khan. And what happened after that, we all know that after a short time, Tang Kane seems to be able to come back and see everything after seeing it. But the police also have a cast who conducts doctors to Baba the second, and we see Ami, who was packing all his samano from the house, but only then reached the Khan and Tank Jade H, who plays the sorry memory here. Kane had himself anywhere in which he had to apologize after all the house, and then he will fulfill all Kamo given, and after all, whenever he will find a good, Amy Roan seems to be that she became a mother. And it was sure that Khan Ek will become good Pita. Now those people also adopt the tank, and then they are happy to live together. Along with this story, it is a cast.